So you've all been wondering exactly what this final project is supposed to look like. Well, under the course information, I've got some information about that project, and I've got the grading rubric that's going to determine what it's going to look like for a grading scale, and you're submitting one project as a team. On one page there, you should exactly explain who worked on this project. If not every team member worked on it, that needs to be stated because that is the expectation. You should have a little fun with it. You can make up your own corporate logo, your own corporate phrase, whatever it is you want to do, that's fine. The name of your company, all that stuff. You can have a little, be a little bit creative on that. And you can make some assumptions. You can assume that your company already does things in the U.S., already has a variety of plans and a large market share. You can make those assumptions, or you can make the exact opposite assumptions that you're a brand new startup company that you've never done this before. You can make whatever assumptions you want. Just be clear that those are the assumptions. Obviously, you should put some facts about your country. Now, in my little video here, I'm just throwing out any old country name. It doesn't really matter. None of these facts are actually true. But I've got some facts about Argentina, okay? Things that would be fun and interesting to know. You do that about your country, your BRIC nation. And it probably helps to have a map. Obviously, I'm not looking for a map of South Africa, but it'd be nice to know where your country is in the world and who some of its neighbors are and so on. You probably want to talk about the history of the mobile growth, something to that effect. Talking about, because you need to know the environment that you're moving into if you're going to move into that environment. You also need to know some of the basic needs of a single person or a family in this nation. You need to know what they're living on for an average salary and what it costs to make ends meet, because you have to figure out what they have leftover spending wise for their possibility of buying a cell phone. Now, one thing I'm going to love is some charts. Whether you're talking about whatever country we're talking about, it could be charts about your economy in terms of imports and exports. It could be GDP factors. It could be various languages. All those kinds of things are important when it comes to determining what you're going to be doing, who you're going to be selling to, how you're going to be selling it. If there's only one language, that's easy. But if you've got multiple languages in a particular country, it might make market penetration very difficult. So those are kinds of things. But the important thing is charts, and more charts. Just a picture tells a story, and we want to be able to see some of those. And when I say charts, I mean relevant charts. Don't bore me. That said, I want facts, and more facts. Things like per capita income and so on that you've been working on throughout the year. That stuff, if you did a good job, is all going to feed into what you're doing now. That's part of the goal, why you've been doing all these projects week after week. And of course, all the cultural influences. This is a map of London and their favorite soccer team supporters. And what we know about that is they love soccer. And I don't know how that influences a cell phone other than maybe they take photos, maybe they take selfies at the game, maybe they lots of different things, whatever. But if that has an influence on the cell phone market, then we need to talk about it. We also need to talk about competition. Who's in the market there right now? That's an important factor that you should know because you're looking at an exact project and you need to know who is already in that market in your nation. Lots of facts. You're going to know trends, analysis. Are things headed in the right direction? Are they headed in the wrong direction? Download speeds, things like that are all important when determining where we're headed in this market. Institutional administrative barriers, that's a good example of some things that have to happen. Is there a lot of corruption in this country? Is there the ability to get a distribution network? All those kinds of things to be able to get your goods to market. Those are important questions that need to be factored in. So, and when it comes to making a decision, there are multiple decisions. One is that you're going forward with the project. Another is that perhaps you're doing a joint venture with a local company there. A third might be that you choose not to do the project at all. You might just decide, based on the evidence, that this is not a good market to enter. There is no right or wrong answer. The answer, though, must be supported by data and facts and analysis. And that's your goal in developing this business project. Good luck.